What's up guys, Stark here. In today's video we are taking a look at the brand new global exclusive, for now, raid boss that just dropped onto global, and that's going to be the Rayleigh raid boss. And this guy's a pain in the ass, so if you do not have like Neko or Law, you're probably going to struggle with this. So I tried to, I don't have either of those, so I've been trying for like, the last 3 hours to make a team that could beat this. Finally, I came up with this Cavendish team that seems to do the job pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. You do need max specials for like Shanks and Cavendish. I probably should have checked if my friend captain is maxed. Okay, he is. So your friend captain needs to be maxed. Your Cavendish doesn't necessarily have to be maxed, but it needs to be close. And the other ones, they just have to be within usable range. If you have them under 20 turns, then they're fine, because that's the main important one. But Shanks is the one you need, because he is going to reduce the defense of Rayleigh, which is 300,000 defense, I believe, so it's quite a lot. Anyway, you know, stage 4 and 5 are really difficult. We'll get to them when we get there, but yeah, it's really difficult, and you'll see why in a little bit. But for now, we're just stalling here for our specials. For stage 4, we're going to need our friend Captain Cavendish, and that's very important. It has to be the friend Captain Cavendish, or else it will not work. So make sure you do that, and then we're going to stall here as much as we possibly can, just to make sure our specials are ready. Most of like the turtles and lobsters and things like that do not have a lot of HP, so you really can't get too many turns off of them. I think you can get at most like 3 turns off of the lobster if you're careful with your combo hits. So stalling is very difficult to do, and you have to use defense reducers, which they all have like really high cooldowns, so it's very difficult to pull this off. But we should be fine. I'm not terribly worried about it. So, okay, on stage 3 here, this blue guy in the front, when he attacks, he will, if you have a strength unit, he will delay their specials for 5 turns. So, if you have a strength unit, and this is it's one of the reasons why I bring Whitebeard in, is because I will purposely have this guy stall me, so I can get a couple extra turns of stalling him, because the turtle in the back has, like, 10 HP or something like that, so it's not a whole lot to stall off of. So you do want to make sure you get a couple extra turns if you can. And obviously with Shanks, he's not going to get the attack boost from Cavendish, so you're going to lose a little bit of damage output on your normal attacks leading up until the Rayleigh fight. But he is going to be the MVP and the only reason why this team works when you actually get to Rayleigh. So we just have a couple more turns to stall here. Our Cavendishes are ready, which is exactly what we need. Because we're going to use Cavendish on stage 4, we don't really need to worry about our other orbs or anything like that. But we do need to stall a few more turns here for Shanks to be ready. But you do actually, well, I take back what I said. You do want to have matching orbs on your blue units if you can, because Shanks is going to be surrounded by 4 red units, and he's going to have an attack buff and a defense buff. So if you get a really bad setup like I did right here, it might be difficult to kill all of them in one turn. So this is where I use the Cody Sunny if I have to. So just go ahead and do that if you need to, and then just try and kill as many of these fodder units as possible. Now, I probably won't be able to kill too many of them right here because I have absolutely no orbs. So I did kill out 2 of them, and then they're going to take us, they're going to hit us for a lot of damage, but we should be able to kill both of them on the second turn, and then hopefully we can deal with Shanks and kill the stage. But it actually is looking pretty bad for us in this run. It's going to be pretty difficult for us to actually beat this. So let's see here, we are probably going to lose, but I guess there's really nothing else to do here but to just go for it. So see what happens. So we just barely killed Shanks. I was really worried about that, but we did manage to kill him. I honestly think Shanks is harder to beat than Rayleigh with his team. So Rayleigh's going to come up here, and he's going to put up an insanely high defense buff, 300,000, and he's going to swap all of your orbs into strength or in orbs. And if you delay, if you use a delayer on this stage, Rayleigh will counter that, and he will apply haste to himself, and he will clear all of your buffs. Now the guys in the front, if you delay, they will stay delayed, but Rayleigh himself he'll put haste on himself, so he'll be able to attack you. And he attacks for about 12,000 damage, so that's quite a lot. Most teams can't really survive the 3 turns if you plan on tanking it. But with this team, you don't really have to worry about it, so you just need to go ahead and use your specials, but you have to make sure you do it in the proper order so you can kill the guys in the front. So just go ahead and use Whitebeard and Mihawk first for the 30% HP cuts. And then go ahead and use Gladius here for the 20% HP cut. And now we're going to swap over here and use Shanks to get rid of all the defense and do a bit of damage. And then your Cavendish will use a special, and then he will hopefully, if you did it right and you have enough damage, you can kill all the units in the front, reduce Rayleigh's defense, and then you will just go ahead and attack and knock out Rayleigh fairly easily. You do have a bit of leeway. You can hit some grades as long as you make sure you don't miss the attack of Cavendish at the end. So there you go, guys. It's definitely not the safest team in the world, but as long as you don't get terrible orbs on the Shank stage, and you can kind of stall a little bit with those, and make sure you have some blue orbs going into it, then you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. And yeah, even usually it takes me 2 turns to kill Shanks, and I'll use both turns of Cavendish, and then I'll just use the Coated Sunny whenever I am in trouble or I feel like I'm going to take a lot of damage. But yeah, Rayleigh's a pain in the ass. He's really difficult, but hopefully this will give you an alternate option as opposed to the striker teams. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I will see you guys next time.